Hey, we are back for episode 2. We are the Simps Podcast. Stay tuned. We are in the building and we got a show for you.
Let's get it.
Come on back. Hey, welcome to the second episode of the Simps Podcast. I am your boy Wizzle the Wino, and I got my host with me, MJ. That's me.
Yes, sir.
In the building.
Yes, sir. What's up, baby?
So today we are going to discuss the support. How do we do it? The power of support. What is it about support that can keep the relationship going? You know, how we grow the marriage and how we, as men learn to, how can I say this, adapt
right
to the emotions and the wants of support. So let me ask you this.
Yes.
I know we talked about this in the last show about, you've been married before and then you were able to get married again and, kind of restart your relationship.
Right.
So in speaking with trust and communication from a support standpoint, what's your thoughts on it?
Man, trust is very important. I think trust is something that you have to have. If you don't have it, it's probably gonna be pretty hard to have any type of success. You can be with the partner you wanted forever. You can be with the partner that you're in love with, but you don't have no trust. You're gonna have problems in that relationship. So, and me personally, in my first marriage, we had a trust issue, but it not your normal trust, what you would think trust issues about. It was, we were both in business together. This whole trust thing came about money, but the way it came out was kind of funny. We was talking to a CPA, bro, and we trying to build your business. You gotta have a budget, and you gotta put money to the side. You can't spend everything. You gotta see your stuff grow. You know what I'm saying? And I think my wife at the time, she wasn't really used to that. She made good money. We made good money. You know what I'm saying? But she wanted to spend. You know what I'm saying? We had little spending issues or whatever. But I think when you have somebody that's kind of helping you, like, kind of getting your books together and you're watching what's going out, what's coming in.
Yeah.
And just real talk, in one meeting, we were talking about the meeting. Everything was going good. But the business was good. The career was good. Everything was good. And we were sitting in the meeting and she said, the lady actually said, well, what's going on? You seem like you kind of, got a little attitude. She said, you think he hide money or something like that? You know what I'm saying? She was like, she straight up told her, like, I don't trust him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me just as being her husband, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like that at that particular time, that Florida brother, you know what I'm saying? Like we really gotta be careful the things we say, you know what I'm saying? As, spouses, even going back and forth, men as well, going back to women, you know what I'm saying? It's that one thing right there, bro, I think it ruined us. I ain't gonna lie. We was in marriage for 14 years, bro. We was in marriage for 14 years.
And just her saying that,
bro, she said it early in the marriage though.
Oh, it was early, so
she said it early in the marriage, but me, being where I am now, kind of knowing I'm wrong for kind of holding that stuff so long, but man, it just, at that particular time, it did something to me, man, to where I kind of like shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's stay on that line.
Yeah.
So she states that to you.
Right.
What happened to the communication piece where you all discussed it to where you ask her, why did you say that? What was the purpose of you saying you don't trust me?
I think it was, she really just was on the thing that she was used to spending. We was used to living a certain way, but now we got a business we're trying to build. So now we ain't gonna splurge so much now. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just she struggled with just that balance of, not being able to go out as much, maybe go shopping as much. Women, they like that certain thing, but we kind of like logical thinkers, so we think ahead. We see moves. If I do this right now, 6 months it'll look like this. So yeah, it kind of the whole trust thing, it kind of messed it up, man. I ain't gonna lie. And just going back, I know I should have. It's some things I could have did better as far as my communication. But then in my first marriage, my communication was horrible.
Hey,
My communication was horrible.
I definitely have to piggyback on that because active communication is a struggle for me. I think I'll do the quotations of I'm an introvert. I don't like to have too many conversations about a lot of things
Right,
unless I'm really comfortable. Like if I'm in a group and I'm around a lot of new people, I'm not going to say much.
right,
Uh, I have to view the environment and make sure that my environment is safe for me to speak.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Because it's just I don't know. I don't know if that comes from my past history of always having to work things out myself to where I have the conversation with myself that I'm going to go this way to do
right.
this. So I had to get used to communicating you know, with other people and things of that nature. And you and I got real close and we just
Yeah,
started talking.
yeah,
But
it's
at first, when
crazy.
I first started coming to the
Yeah,
barbershop, I didn't really say
yeah,
anything.
and it's crazy. Like we both got that alike. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to feel the room out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If I meet people the first time, I sit there and I'm quiet. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm trying to see. Hey, I'm trying to catch vibes. You know what I'm saying? Because we really got to really be careful who we allow around us too on the cool, bro. We got to protect that,
I
man.
had
No
to do that
lie.
with my wife. I had to fill her out before I started talking to her. I had to fill her out.
Hey, me and you
I
both,
said, "We
baby.
married, but do I want to talk to you?"
That's for real.
All right. So one big issue I have, and I think this is like alcohol anonymous, but we're gonna call it emotional anonymous.
Okay.
I have a problem with emotional support. My wife and I just had this conversation.
Mm.
I struggle. Say, for example, if I miss her,
Mhm.
I'm mad, and I don't know how to
Mm.
be forgiving and graceful instead of saying, "Hey, I miss you. I'm ready for you to come home. Um, what can we do to spend some time?" But instead, I lash out.
Mhm. How's that work out?
It doesn't. I get, in the moment, I'm.
Yeah, for sure, for
But
sure.
what I realize when I'm doing this, I'm also doing this to her, and it hurts her.
Man, you speaking, brother.
So
You speaking,
now
brother.
I'm learning how to give grace.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
Oh yeah.
And I still, I'm not gonna lie, she gave me a ass whooping this weekend because I
Not this
missed her.
weekend. Not this weekend.
This past weekend, I missed her.
I should have came over your car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I missed her. And it's because, growing a business, she's the entrepreneur.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm the career person.
Right.
And we've set time for each other to make sure we spend time with each other. However, it was kind of different this month because so many things were changing.
Mhm.
You know, everything was moving around, so we didn't really get to spend that time. But instead of me saying, "Hey, I miss you," come on, let's spend some time. I just wanted to send you a message. I miss you. I lashed out,
Yeah,
but I mean, my heart was good. The
for sure.
words,
Yeah,
was,
yeah. It just came out wrong,
yeah,
right?
right, right. So emotional support is really important to women, and men's emotion is in a way of anger.
Mm.
And I think we have to we have to address it.
That's true that you say that men emotion is anger because no lie, I walked around for years and years and years saying I'm not emotional.
Mad as hell, but
Boy,
boy, you
man,
boy,
look here, bro.
boy, you
Lying to myself and
boy
everybody else.
got a
You know
whole
what
bottle of
I'm
emotion.
Yeah, I had to think about. Look, I was reading a book and just I was reading over emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one of the top ones in there was anger. I said, man, and kind of just working through that, man. It's I myself as well have had issues with, I guess, in certain ways, I guess, emotional support. I think I do it pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I think I do well as far as like with my wife in particular. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she used to work. She's coming from corporate America, going into for the last past years, going into doing her own business. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She's and just the support of just being there for her, trying to get her, push her, and motivate her, you know what I'm saying? Keep her, we have our bad times, you know what I'm saying? Don't give up, don't quit, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about that, you know what I'm saying? But I think at times, I think you can say something so many times to somebody, you know what I'm saying? but because you looking for something from them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
you're looking for a certain movement.
Right.
And think about it, I think even when we talking about we have problems with the communications for us, like, the emotional side of it. I think everybody's just like individuals. We're all different individuals, come from different places, bro. Different backgrounds. Like Deeves came, she's from I tease all the time, she's from South Dallas, where Erica Badu's from. You know what I'm saying? I come from Pleasant Grove. Yeah, I was born in Oak Cliff and Wynwood, but I was raised in Pleasant Grove. Came from two different places. Now, how she was raised by her mom, I was raised by my parents, with two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? So we got
Mhm.
two strangers. I don't care how many times you done dated. I don't care how many times you done went out with each other. How much time you spend with each other. You don't really know nobody until you live with them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, facts,
And you find out a whole bunch of stuff about people when
bro.
you live with them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and going through life and just being in a past relationship, people can fake stuff for a long time, bro. They
Yeah.
can fake it. They can fake for 6 months. They can
Yeah.
fake for 12 months. They can fake for a year and a half. And you look up later on in life and wastes all this time because people is playing. You know what I'm saying? This is,
Hey, it's good you said that because the divorce rate after COVID was so high because you couldn't go to work, so you couldn't fake it. You had to be in the house for 2 damn
they
years,
couldn't go.
and you couldn't fake
They
it.
couldn't get
I
away.
can't stand your ass. I'm gone as soon as the courts open up. I'm out. Like really, like I had a few friends that as soon as they could
Man.
get out, they were divorced, and I really believe COVID really showed a lot of people of how strong you could be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. COVID showed you not. I don't want to say it this way, but I'm gonna say it this way,
Say
but I
it.
don't mean it this way. COVID showed you who really loved each other. You know what I'm saying?
Say.
Because I don't care what kind of relationship you're in, it's gonna take more than love. It's gonna take more than love. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Love,
work.
love is just part of it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
Like
work.
you can have love, you gotta have some movement, you gotta have some action to something. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be stuck with nothing. It's not, talking about doing anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just gotta, we gotta be more us as a people gotta be more proactive about doing something that means something.
Okay,
Yeah.
and in saying that, now we've talked about the communication. We talked about the trust. We talked about um, emotions. How do you add empathy with that support in the emotion? Now I know grace, but how do you add that empathy to where you come to a solution? Because for me, I would say my struggles with communication and emotional, it staggered the empathy piece
Hmm.
because I needed help finding the solution.
I got
And you and I would always
you.
have those
Hmm.
conversations.
Yes, sir.
I would always come in there, I'll sit down, you say, "What's wrong with you, bro?"
We can
And
see it on each other's face.
right,
Yeah.
like, bro, I need a solution. I don't know what path to go down
Yeah.
because I want it to be better. I want Lo to be happy. I want her to be in the way she wants to be, to where she wants to be successful, and I want to be able to show her that. But I have to learn how to change myself. But you have to have the right outlets in place to have those conversations.
True. That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
You got to put something else in you, bro.
So how did you learn empathy? Do you have it? Are you struggling with it?
Hmm.
Or are you solution driven?
I think I'm solution driven, bro. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? But I want, as far as the empathy part, I want to touch on that as well
Touch it.
because I think our problem, black women, black men, I think our problem as couples
Uh-oh.
is that we need to shut up. We need to
Okay.
shut up.
Okay.
It'll be a time to where you can put all the BS to the side and you look at each other as human beings. You my
Right.
brother, you my sister, even if you didn't work out, whatever if your relationship broke away, you know what I'm saying? We have we have parents, well, we call them in our culture, baby mama and baby daddies, that the baby mama talk about the baby daddy bad all day long. And that's all the child hears. But the child you're raising, the only person you want to be like is the one you're talking about. And vice versa. It's the same thing. Go back and forth with the men, talking about the women, how they They hoes, and all this, it the I want to say it's not fair how it's set up because men we can go out there, we can do whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It looks us for us, we kind of praise that we got it going on right there. But a woman, if she kind of permits a little bit, she got a different title, you
She
know what
got
I'm
a
saying?
bad
But
name.
yeah, but yeah, I think we just have to start having an honest conversation with each other, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the thing about it, with having a conversation, you both can't talk at the same time.
That's true.
You can't talk at the same time. You
That's
got to
true.
really listen. If you want some change, bro, you got to really listen. And then after you listen, it's some work got to be done.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you put that work in perspective? I know for me, um, we've had this conversation back in 2018. My oldest sister passed.
Mhm.
And I started literally going to a psychiatrist, getting that mental health that I really needed,
Right.
that attention. And I learned so many things about myself, as far as communicating, learning how to listen.
Right.
I didn't know opening your ears and just shutting the hell up and listening to the person talk was communication.
Yeah, bro.
And sometimes you just need to shut up and listen, and that makes the person happy. And so in saying that, how do we put that together? How do we piece one with the other? How do we help our black men to understand that, okay, I know what you're seeing on social media. I know they're saying, put the woman in place and she needs to be this, that, and the other. However, a a woman can be your strength.
Bro.
They can be that little pedestal that you need to get to that next level.
hmm
How do we put that together?
Man, me personally, I think it's just like I say, it's gonna come with the honest talks. You know what I'm saying? It's work got to be done. The thing about it, we gotta equip ourselves with tools that's
Okay.
gonna help us. You know what I'm saying? Go towards the things that the things we're looking to fix. And you can look through your life and see. You can see the holes in your life, the things that are not right in your life. And I think people panic when they see the work that needs to be done on themselves. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, it's not something that's gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't get that way overnight. You just gotta start plugging holes at a time. But you gotta fix yourself first before you can go try to fix anybody else. The work starts with yourself, and we just gotta really be honest, bro. Like we've been I want to talk about the lies that we've been raised on, bro. It's just so crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's so
Talk
much
about
stuff
it.
we have to unlearn that we've learned when we were younger, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just I don't even want to get into it, but just from whitewashing all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much stuff that we as a people, you know what I'm saying? We at each other so much about nothing, but the big thing that's going on behind us is like all these laws they pass in the Congress that we miss it. You know what I'm saying? Because they showing us Donald Trump over here. Or, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we're easily our folks are knocked off very easily. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And when you can't focus on certain things, bro, it's just you're gonna have chaos in your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't care
Yeah.
what it is, man.
So I was I was asking my counselor about being more supportive, being more understanding. And she told me you have to stop being super self. And I
Mm.
said, "What do you mean by super self?" She said, "Every time you say something, it has self involved. I, me, myself, anything. You have to stop being super self. You have to start saying we, us, everyone, and just not it can't be anything where you're talking about first person."
hmm hmm
And when she told me that, I had to relearn myself because again, I grew up in a house with nothing but women.
Right.
So I had to teach myself, which I'm not supposed to say,
For sure, for sure.
how to be a man.
Wow.
So I had to work it all out by myself. But when I got married, self didn't exist
hmm
anymore.
hmm
And that can cause so much detriment to the marriage that, man, it will seem like you're starting to punish. You're punishing yourself because of what you're used to and how you grew. So I know you, like me, the baby,
Right up, baby
we
boy.
grew up
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
house full of women.
Yeah, with sisters, yep.
How were you able to turn that around in order to show D more support now to be a better person now from your first marriage?
I think I had learned it in this marriage because like the first marriage I did not have it. I was horrible communication. It was just yeah. Brother failed my first marriage. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But the thing about it, I think you know, I tell you, we talk about this all the time. So nobody gave us a game plan. If you live your life this way in your marriage, you have a successful marriage. We are really out here just really figuring everything out. And you can see somebody live something in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But was that the right way as well? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we saw things growing up that we weren't supposed to see. You know what I'm saying? And then you get thrust in the world and they say, "Hey, now how do we handle this situation?" The way we handle the situation is by what we saw or what we encountered. You know what I'm saying? With, during life. You know what I'm saying? As far as my first marriage would go, I think going around the second time, bro, I know it's for a fact that as far as empathy and communication, bro, I'm I'm a totally different dude, bro.
Mhm.
And it came from doing work on myself. You know what I'm saying? Real talk is like a real honest talk with myself. Like nigga, you bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like real
Okay.
so like I've people look at me and my girl now, me and my wife now, and they see the smile, they see the pose, you know what I'm saying? People love it, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't see them tears.
Social media is not real. I keep telling
Bro,
people.
they ain't see the tears, bro. The smiles are real. The
Yeah.
love y'all see with us is real. But we've been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's like coming out I'm gonna put it out there. Coming out the first marriage, bro. I wouldn't I was I think I ended up in counseling after my first marriage, no lie. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It was just, kind of splitting up from my boys. I think I touched on this last time on the first show we had. Kind of being away from my boys for the first time. Like me not being a guy, I have two older daughters, both grown. Jasmine and Jayla. Jayla's 24. Jasmine is 27. Jasmine, I didn't get a chance to raise her.
Mhm.
And it's all because of everything we talk about on this show. It's communication. It's just the BS of life. You know what I'm saying? People older you interfere in your life. Like it's people really living life parenting wrong and they know it. You know what I'm saying? But they just continue going on long like it's not gonna fix itself. You know what I'm saying? We send out problems. You know what I'm saying? As we doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's just yeah, we got a lot of work to do, bro. We got a lot of work to do with ourselves.
Hey, that's why we're here. Um, we have to be able to show the younger generation, and that's why I'm hoping this one day goes down. They pull this show up 100 years from now,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, okay, so that's what they were trying to do."
Yeah.
They went outside the norm of the reality shows. They went outside the norm of what you see in the algorithm of um, the social media post about balling out and having all this and having all that, instead of just really learning how to be an adult that supports the person,
Yeah.
or creating a support system for the person that loves you,
Yeah.
or the person that really has your back.
Yeah. And I don't want anybody to get it misconstrued and think like our podcast like really getting on y'all ass. It's like
Yeah, we are.
we we want us to come together
Right.
and
Have to.
we got to do better by it. Like I don't know how many ways I can say it, but we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. We got a lot of work. We so far behind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we keep focused on this BS, this gap gonna get wider and wider. You know what I'm saying? But it's people waking up. It's people waking up, and hey, I want y'all to keep waking up. We got work to do, baby.
All right. Well, we got to pay some bills. We're gonna go to a little break, and we'll be right back.
Sure.
See you in a minute. Hey, now it's time to shout out our sponsors for the show. Hey, love your HBCU,
Yes, sir.
Jackson State, Alcorn, Southern, Hampton, Howard. Get your Love HBCU shirts right now at leadwithloveagency.com. Go there now, get your pre-orders in. Hey, they'll be to you soon. Love HBCU, they love you. So get your shirt.
Since I walked in, everybody been messing with me about my shoes. So I wanna plug my boy Ajani Bun at Gucci and Galleria at the Galleria Mall in Dallas, Texas. And also you follow this young man. He's 27 years old. He got a few young men as well. They got together and put a nonprofit together doing really good work out here in the community with the YMCA in South Dallas called the Neighborhood Heroes. We want to give them guys a shout out, man. And Shaq, be looking for them. They're trying to reach you.
Also, if you need to get in the room, podcasts, videos, anything, Dream Media, get online, Google him now, get
Yes,
at
sir.
him. He is ready to service you.
Yes,
Dream
sir.
Media, get at him and get at him now.
Let's go.
Hey, welcome back to the show. And now it's our time for the word of the day. Support. When it goes both ways, you have to be able to understand what your spouse needs. For me, it was a struggle. I didn't understand grace. I didn't understand emotion. I just knew how to provide. But one thing that was told to me is, in order for me to support, I have to do what the support is asked of me, not what I think the support that person needs. My wife came to me and she told me, I want to be an entrepreneur. I need you to support me by 1, 2, 3, 4. What I heard in my head at that time, with the lack of communication, with the lack of emotion, is that I'm going to support you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. It was totally off from what she needed. What I had to learn is I just had to grow up and listen. I had to open my ears. I had to swallow my pride. And I had to say, okay, let me support you in the way I need. It may hit my pride. It may upset me, which I said is anger, not emotion, but it put me in a way to where I really had to learn it was a gut punch. I learned that I miss you can be said in a way to where it's not angry, to where it could be, hey, here's some flowers. I miss you. Come to me. Just spend some time with me. Instead of, and that's just not the right way to do it. So if you have the time today, go to the person you love, hold their hand, and say, how can I support you? It's not about being the man. It's not about being the woman. It's about you coming together to get to whatever level you're trying to get to. And I promise you that success, that growth, the family values, it will all expand.
Yes.
All right. Hey, the next show is going to be off the chain.
Yes,
I got my boy Steve Will coming in the house. Episode 3 will be,
it's gonna be a mess.
The side piece.
It's gonna be a mess,
so
y'all.
Stay tuned. The Sims Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Oh man.